Welcome to Medicas. Thank you all for joining today's video podcast with Dietitian Neha Suryawanshi. My name is Varun. I am represent Medicas as a platform. I hope you're all doing well. So this particular subject today we are going to talk about is body fat. I know a lot of people are worried so much about body fat. Can body fat turn into muscle? Why does body fat increase? What is body fat? What body fat is important and what is not? How to burn the body fat? At the same time, what percentage of body fat is healthy? How to check the levels of body fat in which is nothing but triglycerides, right? So in order to discuss these topics today, we have dietitian Neha Suryawanshi today. So I welcome you, ma'am, to this video podcast with Medicas. Before we talk about and go deep into these topics today, let me give you a quick introduction about what is Medicas. Medicas is an e-health platform which is available in India, United States, as well as 14 different Caribbean countries, especially formed to provide e-health related services for consumers as well as for businesses. So Medicas is available on the website medicasapp.com, as well as there is a mobile application on Apple Store as well as Play Store, where patients can have online doctor consultations. They can book lab tests, which are individual lab tests, profile lab tests, and health packages at a very economical price. We are starting off with the cancer care services, where we have international doctors consulting cancer care related services to patients across the globe. So, once again, I welcome you all for today's video podcast about the topic triglycerides, which is body fat. And yes, ma'am. So, before we delve into this particular topic, you can probably give us short introduction about yourself. Maybe you can start off about the complex cases you have handled, the best case scenarios that you have handled so far. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Varun. So, I am a senior clinical dietitian and online diet consultant. I'm already working with Medicas since last 4 5 years. I am collaborated with this platform, and this is the first time when we are doing the Zoom session with Medicas. And I have a working experience of 13 plus years as a clinical dietitian, and since last 9 years, I am working as an online dietitian. I have done my internship from Jahangir Hospital, Pune, and I have done my MSc PG diploma in clinical nutrition and dietetics. And I have been awarded with Best Dietitian also in 2012, 2019 with different platforms. And I have expertise in weight management diet for diabetes, thyroid diet for PCOD, and other lifestyle disorders. Like if you have a medical multiple issues, like a patient who is suffering from diabetes, having elevated lipid profile along with BP and other conditions. So I'm handling all these kind of cases, liver diseases, heart diseases, cholesterol management, diet for prenatal and postnatal cases, diet for kids also I'm taking. Mostly I'm not taking kidney patients actually. Apart from that, I'm taking all kind of medical conditions. The kidney patient is like it's a critical condition, so I don't prefer it to go online for that.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining in for today's video podcast. Now, ma'am, let's probably try to understand what are these triglycerides or body fat. So, I'll probably start off with a quick presentation we have prepared with the
Yeah.
help of you, of course. So, let me add this, to the first slide, actually. Yeah, so here it is. So, ma'am, let's quickly understand, what are triglycerides or body fat, and of course there are a lot of questions which a lot of patients have, as not just patients. I'm talking about a lot of households as well as a lot of healthy human beings also have. They try to do a lot to reduce this body fat, but I'm a little surprised when I heard it from you that body fat is not only bad but also good. Over to you, ma'am. Please explain us about this body fat and triglycerides.
Yes, thank you so much, Varun. So as we all know that our body need all the micro and macronutrient in a proper proportion. We can't ignore fats even, because fats are definitely important for us, but we should know about this, which fats we need to add in our diet and which fats we need to avoid. Because the only thing which I can understand in the today's scenario is It's all the root cause of different kind of diseases is just lying in your lipid profile. Start with the lipid profile. So we generally talk about HDL and LDL. काफी ज़्यादा information दी जाती है इस बारे में, but we hardly talk about triglycerides. So आपको ये जान के काफी हैरानी होगी कि काफी सारे youngsters हैं जो 25 plus years है and they are suffering from hypertriglyceridemia. Even India काफी सारे cases rise हुए हैं last years में. So what are these triglycerides? Triglycerides वो fats हैं जो हमारे fat cells या fatty tissues में store होते हैं. और हम इनको ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स बोलते हैं. उसके पीछे जो रीजन है दैट इज बायोकेमिस्ट्री एक्चुअली बिहाइंड इट, विच इज लाइक ट्राइग्लिसराइड का जो एक मॉलिक्यूल है वो 3 molecules ऑफ फैटी एसिड एंड 1 molecule ऑफ ग्लिसरॉल को कंबाइन करके बनता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट्स नेम्ड एज ट्राइग्लिसराइड. सो जब भी हम भूखे होते हैं, जब हमें भूख लगी होती है, बॉडी को एनर्जी की नीड होती है, हमारी बॉडी से कुछ हार्मोन्स रिलीज होते हैं जो ट्राइग्लिसराइड के मॉलिक्यूल को रिलीज करते हैं फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द एनर्जी, फॉर एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिलमेंट. एंड यही वो कारण है जब जनरली हम देखते हैं कि डायबिटीज में, प्री डायबिटिक पेशेंट्स में और जो बॉर्डर लाइन डायबिटीज पेशेंट हैं उनमें ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स के लेवल ज्यादातर एलिवेटेड देखे जाते हैं.
Great, wonderful, ma'am. So, I mean, so you mentioned about HDL and LDL. I believe these are a part of lipid profile tests. Usually, doctors prefer to
Yeah.
get it done for certain type of people. I mean, but the social stigma what we have in today's life is, by looking at someone, we determine that he may be having a lot of body fat.
Yeah.
How real it is, how true it is. I mean, by someone, by if they look a little healthy, does it really mean that they have a very high body fat or they have high triglycerides, ma'am?
No, we can't differentiate it without doing any kind of test. It's difficult to understand because our appearance will not determine this. Definitely, we need to do some tests. The basic test for this is BCA test, which is called as body composition analysis, which shows the body fat percentage in your body. What is the percentage of muscle mass, visceral fat? What is the percentage of water? The major constituent which our body is formed of. So this is the general basic test which we can do to know the general idea behind it कि हमारी body में body का fat percentage कितना है, muscle percentage कितना है. But we definitely can't understand it with the by the appearance only. That is not the indicator actually.
Right. That's a great sign of relief for a lot of people who have been, having these kinds of tantrums,
Yeah.
especially from different, people. They have been bullied. They have been getting their legs pulled by a lot of people, and they have been, what do you call, discriminated, stating that, hey, you look, a little on the fatter side. Why don't you check your, body fat levels and everything else? But you kind of mentioned there is a specific test that determines the body fat levels as well as triglycerides. So I can see on the screen about the normal levels and the high levels, ma'am. Where can we get this done? And can we also probably have our customers book this test on our platform and get a home sample collection done and a report generated automatically? Or should we have visit a lab directly?
See, we can give the samples also if there is a sample collection procedure available through Medicas. Definitely, we can collect the samples, blood samples, and we can give the results accordingly. Definitely, we can provide at the doorstep. But if we want to check it like pathology के through आप करना चाहते हो, you can do it directly also.
Right, right. So ideally, the sample that is required to determine the body fat levels or triglycerides is a blood sample itself. Am I correct, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. Now I want to understand, or maybe just like me, rest everyone also would like to understand what are the factors that contribute to the high, triglycerides or body fats. Why do anyone get this high body fats or triglycerides, ma'am?
Yes, definitely our diet plays a major role. So if the person who is following wrong food habits, people are taking outside food mostly, they don't have time to, pay attention towards their daily diet and daily lifestyle routines. So they are most probably vulnerable for these kind of problems like elevated lipid profile and other things. So
Right.
make sure that you are taking mostly home food, healthy food, nutritious food. So your choice should be, first choice should be your home food. That will definitely help you to cut the trans fat consumption from the market, because we don't know what we are taking from the market. उसमें कितना ट्रांस फैट है, वो कितनी बार ऑयल यूज हुआ है, कितनी बार वो रीहीट हुआ है, दैट इज द रीजन.
Right, right. I understand, ma'am. So I think, I mean, this is actually a very difficult task for a lot of people to cut down on the food that we eat outside versus focusing on home food. Maybe you can throw us some light in terms of what type of food we have this trans fat, whatever you're talking about, that will increase our body levels. Maybe let's not name the brands, but maybe we can say something like biscuits,
Yeah.
chocolates,
Yes,
oil.
definitely. All the bakery, you can say, all the processed food, preserved food, market food, fried food, fast food. The especially the youngsters are taking their food outside mainly because of their office routine and their college routine. So they are not giving attention towards their diet. So you can see there are a lot of things happening with the youngster right now. They are facing with different kind of hormonal imbalances, skin issues, hair health is not good. So these are the things. I mean, the root cause is just lying in your lipid profile, and other symptoms are many symptoms which you can see on your body.
Right, right. So I think, how about, when we say processed food, can you list down probably the top three processed food that would actually affect or maybe contribute to high triglycerides?
Yeah, like if you're taking French fries, pizzas, pastas, noodles from outside, just
Wow.
avoid completely.
Wow, I think these are the ones that we commonly take, especially the
Yeah.
kids, I would say, because kids would love to have those French fries and they're very tasty. But yes, watch out, kids. French fries, pastas, pizzas are the most important contributing factors to increase your fat levels, your body fat levels, I'm talking about. So ensure that you cut them down to the maximum extent and focus on exercising and I think drinking water. So, ma'am, what are the
Yes.
high risk factors that people should watch out if they have a body fat level a little higher than the normal level, or maybe the triglycerides in the technical
Mhm.
terms are on the high level?
या सो सी ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स की जो नॉर्मल लेवल है वो लेस देन 150 मिलीग्राम पर डीएल ही होते हैं. एंड अगर आपकी रेंज आपके लैब रिपोर्ट्स में 150 टू 199 mg पर डीएल के बीच में शो हो रही है, सो दैट इज द बॉर्डर लाइन ट्राइग्लिसराइड लेवल्स, जो आपको अभी भी सेफर साइड में हुआ, जिसको आप इजीली रिवर्स कर सकते हो बाय फॉलोइंग सम गुड न्यूट्रिशन एंड डूइंग सम चेंजेस इन योर लाइफस्टाइल. बट अगर आपके लेवल्स 200 मिलीग्राम पर डीएल से ज्यादा क्रॉस कर रहे हैं, दैट इज indicating the high triglyceride level which needs to pay attention firstly.
Right, right. Okay, okay. So I think I can see it on the screen that the heart diseases may occur if we have a little high, or I would say high, body fat levels and metabolic syndrome. So can you name few diseases or medical conditions that we may have to watch out for in case if we have high body fat levels or triglycerides, ma'am?
Yes, definitely, because जो सम कॉजेज मैं आपको पहले यहाँ पे बताना चाहूंगी जो हाई
Sure.
ट्राइग्लिसराइड लेवल को लीड करते हैं. सो मेनली जो रॉन्ग फूड हैबिट्स है, इनके अलावा कुछ मेडिकल इश्यूज हैं, लाइक डायबिटीज है, मेटाबॉलिक इशू है, हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंसेस हैं, सर्टेन मेडिकेशन इफ यू आर टेकिंग, ओबेसिटी इज देयर, smoking and alcohol is there, heredity, sedentary lifestyle, and lack of exercise. These are the main causes for high triglyceride levels. एंड
Sure.
डेफिनेटली अगर आपके ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स लेवल्स एक्सेस साइड में जा रहे हैं, सो इसके कुछ नेगेटिव चेंजेस हैं, कुछ साइड इफेक्ट्स हैं जो आपको बहुत विजिबली देखने को मिलेंगे, विच इज
Right.
लाइक आर्टरीज में, आर्टरीज की वॉल्स थिक होने लगेगी, आर्टरीज की वॉल्स को ये हार्ड कर देता है, और इस वजह से एथेरोस्क्लेरोसिस एंड स्ट्रोक के चांसेस काफी ज्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं, विच इज वेरी कॉमन. जहां आपका
Right.
ट्राइग्लिसराइड एंड लिपिड प्रोफाइल की बात आती है, वहां पे सेकंड थिंग आपका एथेरोस्क्लेरोसिस की ही बात आती है. So this is the
Right.
first indication actually. And
Right.
second side effect is risk of developing diabetes. Because जब आपकी बॉडी में कोलेस्ट्रॉल ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स का लेवल राइज हो रहा होता है, सेम टाइम पे आपकी बॉडी उसके रिस्पॉन्स में साइटोकाइनिन्स जो इन्फ्लेमेटरी सेल्स होती है उनके प्रोडक्शन को इंक्रीज कर देती है. और जैसे ही ये सेल्स फॉर्म होती है बॉडी में, ब्लड शुगर लेवल को नॉर्मलाइज करना बॉडी के लिए डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, जिस वजह से डायबिटीज के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं.
Right,
And
ma'am.
next,
Wonderful.
yeah, and next problem is metabolic disorders also. Metabolic syndrome is definitely connected with your heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. This is the combination of all three. So अगर आप obese हैं and आपके triglyceride levels ज़्यादा है, तो metabolic syndrome होने के chances काफी ज़्यादा होते हैं. So the first thing which you need to take care about your weight management. आपको सबसे पहले अपने weight पर ध्यान देना जरूरी होता है इस केस में. Another problem which we can see is fatty liver, because fatty liver is very common nowadays. आपका प्रोफाइल लिपिड प्रोफाइल थोड़ा सा भी एलिवेट होता है, आपका grade 1 स्टार्ट होने लगता है फैटी लिवर का. तो दिस इज द रीजन आपकी बॉडी में एक्सेस फैट सेल्स जो सर्कुलेट हो रहे हैं, वो ट्राइग्लिसराइड के फॉर्म में हो या फिर एलडीएल के फॉर्म में, एनी फॉर्म, वो एक्सेस फैट आपका जो है वो जाके डिपॉजिट होता है लिवर में. और लिवर में एक बार ये प्रॉब्लम आना शुरू हुई, डिपोजिशन स्टार्ट हुआ और लिवर की फंक्शनिंग अफेक्ट हो जाएगी, एंड सीवियर कॉम्प्लिकेशंस में भी ये बहुत इजीली रिवर्स कर जाता है, प्रोसीड कर जाता है अगर इसको टाइमली ट्रीट ना किया जाए. सो आपका फैटी लिवर इश्यूज अगर आपको ऑलरेडी हैं, so you need to follow high fiber low fat diet definitely in your daily diet.
So high
Next,
fiber and low fat diet, especially for those people who have fatty liver. Watch out, people. It's very important. I think, it's not only important for us to enjoy our food outside, but also we need to make sure that there is a limit for everything. It should not actually get on top of your health and take control. You have to have control on your health as well as on your life, versus leaving it to these medical conditions where it would lead to some uncontrollable situation. So let's not do that, and let's listen to the doctors. Ma'am, I want to understand, right? So what could be, some practical tips before we even go into the diet, side? Because I think it's always important to start small. It's like, baby steps into,
yeah.
ensuring that we, get used to living a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. So can
Yes.
you throw some light in terms of what could be some small tips where we can start reducing our triglyceride levels slowly, step by step?
Yes, definitely. So first and most important tip is choose the right fat. अगर आपका कुकिंग ऑयल सही है, आपने राइट कुकिंग ऑयल यूज किया हुआ है, एंड यू आर नॉट यूजिंग बैड क्वालिटी ऑफ फैट्स लाइक विच वी जस्ट डिस्कस्ड अर्लियर, ट्रांस फैट्स आपको नहीं लेना है. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप. आप अपने बजट के अकॉर्डिंग एक अच्छा कुकिंग ऑयल, अच्छी क्वालिटी का कुकिंग ऑयल यूज करिए. That will help you a lot. Second tip is to choose the right carbs, because you need to avoid all the refined carbs, corn flour, sabudana, maida, sugar, noodles, bread, pasta, all these things you need to avoid and start taking complex carbs, which is whole wheat, you can say multigrain, millets, dalia, quinoa, all these things you need to include in your diet. Next point is to choose the right protein also. So you should take good quality first class protein, which is easily digestible for our body cells, जिसका digestion and absorption poor ना हो. So try to include that. एंड फैट्स के बारे में मैं थोड़ा सा और डिस्कस करना चाहूंगी. आपको ओमेगा 3 एंड ओमेगा 6 फैट्स ही लेना है. इवन अगर आप अपनी डाइट में सीड्स ऐड कर रहे हो, नट्स ऐड कर रहे हो, तो दैट विल हेल्प यू अलॉट. लाइक मॉर्निंग में आप वॉलनट, आलमंड, फ्लैक्स सीड्स, चिया सीड्स, ये सारी चीजें इंक्लूड करके इजीली आप गुड फैट्स को मेंटेन कर सकते हो, विच इज योर एचडीएल, हाई डेंसिटी लाइपोप्रोटीन. And you can reduce your LDL, which is low density lipoprotein. And you can, if you are a non-vegetarian person, you can definitely take other fatty fishes, like if you want to take tuna, sardine, salmon, you can include these fishes also. And the next
Right.
step is very important, is to include fruits and vegetables, because फाइबर का जो मेन सोर्स है हमारा, वो फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स ही हैं. सो आपको वो सारे फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स अपनी डाइट में ज्यादा से ज्यादा इंक्लूड करने हैं, जो ब्राइट कलर्स के हैं और जो एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स में रिच हैं, जो इन्फ्लेमेशन को फाइट करते हैं, जो फ्री रेडिकल्स को फाइट करते हैं. सो विटामिन सी है, सिट्रस फ्रूट्स है, वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट को कम करने के लिए एंड प्लैक के फॉर्मेशन को कम करने में ये बहुत ज्यादा हेल्पफुल है. सो फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स में इंसॉल्युबल फाइबर भी काफी ज्यादा होते हैं, जो प्लैक फॉर्मेशन को कम करने में बहुत मदद करता है. तो आपको अपनी डाइट में पालक है, मेथी, भिंडी, पम्पकिन, टोमेटोज, कैप्सिकम, बॉटल गार्ड, कैरेट्स, बीटरूट्स, ये सारी वेजिटेबल्स ऐड करना है. फ्रूट्स में मेनली यू कैन चूज ऑरेंजेस, एप्पल, वाटरमेलन, मस्कमेलन, ग्रेप्स, guava, lemon, sweet lime. You can include all these things.
Wonderful, ma'am. Great. But I think, see, I mean, there are a lot of people. I mean, you'll have a mix and match of people, ma'am, where,
Yeah,
some of them would take some time to adapt. They may probably say, hey, you know what, I've already got used to eating outside. I may probably be eating junk food that may actually increase my triglycerides. I really
yeah,
can't help it because I really can't have any home cooked food. And they'll try to find out the ways how to actually, get back into the normal lifestyle. And there
yeah.
are a certain set of people like, hey, my triglycerides are very high. Let me instantly start eating all the nuts, all the seeds, all the fiber, all the, food that whatever you have suggested. But the chances of they overeating, is also a problem that we should be identifying. So maybe you can help us understand how much is too much.
Yes, definitely. The portion size is important. How you should include which combination of food will help you to get the nutrients absorbed in a better way by the body cells. So these are the basic things which one person need to understand. So
Sure.
I want to share one important tip also, which is like mostly अभी जो देख रहे हैं हम youngsters में, they are more towards smoking and alcohol. So another thing which is very important to quit well, smoking and alcohol habit. Because इन habit से आप जितना ज़्यादा दूर रहेंगे alcohol and nicotine से, उतना ज़्यादा body में inflammation and stress नहीं आएगा बिकॉज ये दो फैक्टर्स हैं जो सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रेस एंड इन्फ्लेमेशन को अराइज कर रहे हैं मेटाबॉलिज्म के ऊपर नेगेटिव इफेक्ट डाल रहे हैं तो अगर ये चीजें आप कंटिन्यू कर रहे हो अल्कोहल एंड निकोटिन तो ये चीजें आपके लंग्स एंड लिवर हेल्थ को अफेक्ट कर रही है उसकी फंक्शन को पूरी तरह से बिगाड़ देती है और फिर वो रिजल्ट नहीं आ पाता है फिर आप डाइट भी फॉलो करेंगे सो यू विल नॉट गेट द रिजल्ट so basically you need to change your lifestyle you need to adopt good habits and quit these two habits maybe for
Right. Wonderful.
reducing this triglyceride.
Great. So India is a part of multiple cultures, multiple
Yes,
ethnicities, multiple food habits, multiple staple foods, which has got wonderful flavors from starting from North India to South India to East and West. We have got wonderful types of food that we can have that will help us in various different ways, especially to live a healthy lifestyle. Can you probably, combine all our cultures and eating habits together and give us a, probably at a very high level, a menu
yes,
of a particular day as to what can probably we have for a breakfast, followed by
yes.
lunch or a snack and a dinner, to ensure that our triglyceride levels, especially that's the topic of the day to day, are reduced or maintained at a controllable level.
Yes, definitely, Varun. So we all know कि अगर आपका ट्राइग्लिसराइड एलिवेटेड आया है, so definitely आपका वेट हायर साइड ही है, तभी ये लिपिड प्रोफाइल आपका एलिवेट हुआ है. ज्यादातर लोग जब बहुत ज्यादा वेट बढ़ जाता है, then they do the test और फिर उनको पता चलता है कि मेरा इतना एलिवेटेड चल रहा है, मेरा बीपी भी बढ़ा हुआ है, लिपिड भी बढ़ा हुआ है. So first of all, एक्स्ट्रा कैलोरीज जो आप कंज्यूम कर रहे हो, वो ही है जो बॉडी फैट में जाके कन्वर्ट हो रही है और ये जो एक्स्ट्रा फैट है ट्राइग्लिसराइड के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट होकर डिपॉजिट हो रहा है आपके बॉडी टिश्यूज में जाके सो वेट पे आपको वर्क करना है एक कैलोरी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड डाइट आपको यूज करना जरूरी है तभी आप ये एक्स्ट्रा फैट्स को भी कट कर पाओगे एंड बेटर हेल्दी डाइट को भी फॉलो कर पाओगे सो ट्राइग्लिसराइड्स आपके कैसे कम होंगे आपको सबसे ज्यादा फाइबर फूड्स जो मैंने अभी आपको डिस्कस किया फाइबर इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ फैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट अलोंग विद लो फैट डाइट बिकॉज ऑलरेडी आपकी बॉडी में फैट डिपॉजिट है जो भी हमें रिमूव करना है बिकॉज ज्यादा से ज्यादा जो डिसीजेस हैं उनका जो रूट कॉज है वो ओबेसिटी ही है तो सबसे पहले आपको अपने वेट पे ही वर्क करने की जरूरत होती है तभी आप इन सभी चीजों को कंट्रोल कर पाते हो तो एक्सरसाइज अगेन मैं कहूंगी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज एक्सरसाइज करने से आपकी बॉडी की एफिशिएंसी भी बढ़ जाती है और आपकी बॉडी की फंक्शनिंग जो है मेटाबॉलिज्म भी है वो भी इंप्रूव होता है तभी आप डाइट के बेनिफिट्स भी पूरे ले पाते हो सेकेंड फैक्टर है जो आपकी डाइट है जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज 70% रोल इज ऑफ योर डाइट डेफिनेटली 20% रोल योर लाइफ स्टाइल सॉरी योर एक्सरसाइज प्लेस एंड 10% योर लाइफ स्टाइल प्लेस सो डेफिनेटली यू नीड टू फोकस मोर टूवर्ड्स योर डाइट तो मैं आपको एक सैम्पल डाइट चार्ट यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रही हूँ जो इंडियन डाइट प्लान है जिससे आप अपने ट्राइग्लिसराइड लेवल को रिड्यूस करने में काफी हेल्पफुल होगा आपको एंड इसमें कुछ होम रेमेडीज भी मैंने इंक्लूड की हुई है बिकॉज ये नेचुरल रेमेडीज होती हैं जो काफी वंडरफुल होती हैं इंडिया इज अ लैंड ऑफ हर्ब्स एंड स्पाइसेस अगर हम उनको यूज करेंगे तो डेफिनेटली वी विल गेट मोर बेनिफिट्स इन आवर डाइट सो लेट्स स्टार्ट अगर आप
Sure.
अर्ली मॉर्निंग से स्टार्ट करते हैं Warm water you can have, lemon water, along with 3-4 almonds and 2-3 walnuts. अगर आपका HDL level भी low है, if your reports are showing your HDL is also low, which is high density lipoprotein and good cholesterol, तो आप 2 raw garlic buds ले सकते हो morning, which will definitely help you to increase your HDL level. एंड इसके बाद आपको 45 मिनट्स के लिए वॉक या वर्कआउट करना जरूरी है, विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन द मॉर्निंग. एंड ब्रेकफास्ट आप इसके बाद ले सकते हो, which will include like 1 cup of oats upma, you can have namkeen vegetable dalia, you can have, if you are from South India, definitely you can include all the fermented foods, because there are a lot of benefits of these fermented foods, like they are good for your gut health also, and they are very low in calories. So they are very wonderful foods. I can say South Indian foods are really very good. So you can take those food like idli sambar, vegetable appe, dosa. You can choose from the these dhokla and all these things. If you're like North Indian, you can choose from the poha. You can take your upma, vegetable upma. You can take egg omelets, brown breads. You can add multigrain breads. You can add, but again in the add it with the fiber. So you need to make it in the vegetable stuffing kind of things. That will help you. ब्रेकफास्ट के 2 घंटे बाद आप एक 1 कप ग्रीन टी ले सकते हो मॉर्निंग में, विच विल हेल्प यू अलॉट, बिकॉज एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स में रिच है, वाइटामिन एंड मिनरल्स आपको मिल जाते हैं. एंड आपको चार्जअप करने के लिए भी जरूरी है, बिकॉज काफी लोग टी एंड कॉफी को लेके एडिक्टेड होते हैं. सो अगेन मैं बोलूंगी आपको कि टी एंड कॉफी आपको लिमिट में ही लेना है, नॉट मोर देन 1 or 2 cups, बिकॉज दे आर लिमिटिंग योर हाइड्रेशन. अगर आप ज्यादा कॉफी लेते हो, आपका डेफिनेटली आपके हाइड्रेशन को अफेक्ट करता है. आपको फीलिंग ही नहीं होगी, प्यासी नहीं लगेगी, तो आप पानी भी नहीं लोगे. एंड दैट इज अगेन अनदर रीजन कि आपका वेट लूज नहीं होगा, बॉडी फंक्शनिंग प्रॉपर नहीं होगी और डाइट के रिजल्ट्स भी नहीं आएंगे.
Right.
सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड इसके साथ में आप फ्लैक्स सीड्स ले सकते हो, 1 or 2 spoon ऑफ फ्लैक्स सीड्स. फ्लैक्स सीड्स आर एक्चुअली वंडर फूड फॉर रिड्यूसिंग दीज एक्स्ट्रा कोलेस्ट्रॉल एंड ट्राइग्लिसराइड लेवल्स, बट इट
Right.
शुड बी इन मॉडरेशन. आप 5 to 7 ग्राम, 8 grams डेली फ्लैक्स सीड्स अपनी डाइट में इंक्लूड कर सकते हो, इधर इन द रॉ फॉर्म और यू कैन टेक इट इन द पाउडर्ड फॉर्म. आप उसको रोस्ट करके पाउडर फॉर्म में भी यूज कर सकते हो. इन यू कैन स्प्रिंकल इट इन योर सैलेड और इन योर दाल, इन योर वे. That is
Right.
up to you. And after this, you can have 1 apple, 1 guava. In the mid morning time is always one best time to have fruits. So always choose these foods which are like citrus foods, even, or you can take your apple. But do not club more than 3 fruits. That will not give you a very good results, because a lot of people are like, आजकल fruit salad prefer कर रहे हैं, but that is not the very good way actually. So always try to take 1 fruit or 2 fruit, not more than 1 or 2 fruit. And taking fruit juices is not a very good idea, because again वो आपके fiber intake को inhibit कर देता है. They are lack in fiber. So you should always opt for whole fruit rather than taking fruit juices. एंड अगर आप डायबिटिक हो या प्री डायबिटिक कंडीशन में हो, सो यू कैन चूज द फ्रूट्स अकॉर्डिंगली, बिकॉज आपको ग्लाइसेमिक इंडेक्स लो होना जरूरी है जिन फ्रूट्स में लाइक यू नीड टू अवॉइड चीकू, मैंगो, मस्क मैलन एंड कस्टर्ड एप्पल, because their glycemic index is high. So pre-diabetic people can avoid these fruits, and the rest all the fruits can be taken in the mid morning time. अगर आपको मल्टीपल हेल्थ इश्यूज हैं, तब आपको एक प्रॉपर पर्सनलाइज डाइट लेना ही जरूरी है. उस केस में मैं आपको बोलूंगी कि आप किसी भी तरह से यू कैन लाइक सम पीपल आर लाइक बहुत ट्रेंड में है कि गूगल पे एक डाइट प्लान चेक कर लिया है एंड आई स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग दैट. सो डोंट डू
Yes.
दैट, because you need to take a personalized diet chart as per your medical condition. Each and every person has a different body type. They need to understand the food responses, different food responses for their body, and for that they need a uh, guidance of their nutritionist and dietitian, which is very important. Now come to the lunch. Lunch में आपको 1 plate salad लेना है. Salad should be like it should be consist of onion, cucumber, tomato, carrot, capsicum, anything which is available, or you can take sprouts also, moong matki, all these things. You can take it in a boiled form or you can take it in a saute also. But don't take raw. I generally do not recommend to take raw sprouts or raw salads, because again, आप अगर raw sprouts लेते हो, there are some microorganisms which we can't see through the naked eyes. So try to make it in a stir fry. That will help you a lot. And you can take brown rice, 2 fulka, one bowl of vegetable, or you can take your plain rice, otherwise upma or dalia is also another option, or quinoa. Quinoa salad is also very good. So you can include these foods in your lunch. And after your lunch, you can have your snack time is there like 4 to 5 p.m. So you can choose some healthy snacks at that time. Instead of taking outside food, I will recommend you to take some tiffins for your offices. Like you can keep some roasted chana with you, you can keep some sprouts with you, or you can take roasted makhana, which is a very good option because makhana is a very rich source of all the antioxidant vitamin minerals along with very good quality of protein. So that is a very good snack to have in between in the evening time. और you want to finish with your hydration part अगर आपने proper पानी ज़्यादा नहीं लिया है day time में, so you can definitely choose your buttermilk or your coconut water. That is 100% safe from the outside, so you can choose that because the coconut water is the only thing on the earth which is 100% safe right now. Rest all things we can't rely on actually.
You're right. You're right.
So
Absolutely.
definitely you can include that. एंड इन कुकिंग मैं आपको बोलूंगी आप फंक्शनल फूड्स जरूर ऐड करिए बिकॉज दे गिव वंडर्स इन आवर डाइट. अगर आपने मेथी दाना लिया है, गार्लिक लिया है, दैट इज एडिंग, दैट इज एनहेंसिंग योर फूड. फंक्शनल फूड्स आपकी फूड की क्वालिटी को इनहेंस कर रहे हैं, उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज को इनहेंस कर रहे हैं. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू इंक्लूड दीज. आप दालचीनी का पाउडर भी यूज कर सकते हो. Even in the daytime also you can take your cinnamon water in between anytime. That will help you a lot to reduce your sugar level, elevated sugar level also if they are associated along with it. So definitely that helps wonder for these conditions. That is a superfood we all know. Mathidana seeds are also very good. They are miracle for the people who are having pain in their body, joint pains, and they are suffering from excess fat. They want to cut down their extra weight along with pain and inflammation reducing. So that is wonderful for that. So always have fenugreek seeds water once in a day. And after this, you can definitely include your dinner around 7 till 7, 7:30. I will suggest not beyond that. That is the best time to have your dinner because आपकी body को थोड़ा सा एक gap मिलना ज़रूरी है before your sleep. That should be like 2.5 hour gap for better digestion and absorption of the nutrients. So always try to take early dinner. बिकॉज अर्ली डिनर अगर आप करते हो तो आप आधे से ज्यादा बीमारियों से मैं आपको बोलती हूँ आप खुद ही प्रिवेंट कर सकते हो अपने आप को. दैट इज द की. So always take your dinner on time and you can choose your vegetable dalia, vegetable upma, vegetable oats. If you are in rush, you can take your chila. If you have some time, you can make jawar chapati, a multigrain chapati with green bhaji and chutney. So you always take your dinner very light. And in bad time, you can definitely include your turmeric milk again. That is helpful for sound sleep also because a lot of people have issues right now and insomnia is very common, which is very commonly seen right now. So you can include these things, cinnamon water or your haldi ka doodh. That will be helpful for both the things.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful diet plan that you had given to us. And I think you have actually made it very generic so that everyone across the Indian subcontinent, or in fact, around the world, people can actually follow this particular diet plan, which are very simple things where you can just stretch your arms and you can find these all items or all ingredients, what you had said in our kitchen itself. Absolutely very low in terms of the cost. You really don't have to be worried about if you have to shell out a lot of money in order to procure these items. They're very, very inexpensive items. And except for few like, hazelnuts and walnuts and all, they're on a little expensive side. But then again, I think it's manageable with the other items that you had said. But I can now imagine we shell out a lot of money and we are actually taking a lot of food that is harming your body, instead of us spending less than half of what you actually spend outside and cooking some wonderful tastier foods, ma'am, in the house itself. But it's great and wonderful. So audience, I believe this meal plan suggested by dietitian Neha Suryawanshi plays a very important role in each of our daily lives, irrespective of the age group, irrespective of the of our religion, of our what do you call places that we live in, etc. However, there will be certain conditions which we will be living in of different stages. So it is always important to consult with dietitians in person. Let them know about your history, of your family history, your health history, and everything else, so they can prepare a proper diet plan which is customized only for you. You can consult Dr. Neha Suryawanshi on Medicas platform. The website is medicasapp.com. You can see it on your screen. You can also download the mobile application for the free of cost. It is there in our Play Store as well as in the App Store. The name of the application is Medicas, and you can find a dietitian Neha Suryawanshi on the platform. You can consult with her at the first level, and then you can have a proper diet plan to ensure that not only your body fat is reduced but also maintained in a manner that it helps you to lead a very healthy and a very prosperous and a peaceful life forward. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in for today. Dietitian Nehaji, thank you so much for all the valuable inputs that you have given to us. It has been a wonderful podcast so far. We will reconnect again with another topic. I think these kinds of sessions will add a lot of value to our day to day life.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you so much, Varun. In last, I would just like to say one single thought which is in my mind right now. For all the people, always invest in your health because your health is your first priority.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think that's a very good ending statement. But I think that's where we should all begin. We should start investing in our health versus everything else, because I think in every language there is a saying, health is wealth, and if you don't have a proper health, you really can't do anything that you really want to do. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Neha for all your time. We shall connect one more time about another topic, and we shall release what the topic is also soon in our social media handles. Please watch out. Thank you once again, and visit us on medicasapp.com.